you'll know if you should buy I Am Your Beast in the next 38 seconds. I Am Your Beast is an absolute masterclass in kinetic micro sandbox of violence. If you've ever wanted a game that captures the desperate tactical forest ambush from Rambo cross-pollinated with the hyper-optimized instant restart addiction to neon white, this is pretty much that. You play as Alphonse Harding, a retired Black Ops asset who just wants to go off the grid in the North American wilderness. The military-industrial complex didn't get the memo, however. They deploy waves of cleanup crews into your woods, and your job is to turn those woods into a meat grinder in under 60 seconds. It feels incredibly aggressive, it demands mechanical precision, and it respects your time above all else. There's no open-world bloat, no artificial filler, just pure, concentrated execution. Now, if all you wanted was that TLDR, cool, I get it. Thanks for sticking around. Before you go, though, maybe hit the YouTube buttons and comment your favorite speedrunning game. It shows the robots on the back end that this is a useful video and will push it to more people. Now, if you want a more detailed breakdown of this glorious FPS, stick around. Oh, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Squid. I cover primarily action and shooter titles with the occasional essay or gear review. And the rule here is maximum meaningful info with minimal reaction faces. I mean, there's only so much I can do with this, you know? So let's talk core gameplay loop. What are you doing moment to moment, and why is it fun? Mechanically, I Am Your Beast targets that speedrunning FPS puzzle shooter space. And developed by Strange Scaffold and on Steam at $20 US or your regional equivalent, the goal here isn't survival, it's optimal devastation. Every single map is a self-contained wilderness area with stark low poly geometry and highly stylized vector-heavy layouts. Now, this isn't a mere artistic vision excuse to hide cheap assets. It's an intentional mechanical choice. When you're sprinting at Mach Jesus at a permanent clip climbing trees and tracking 3 enemy sniper sight lines simultaneously, you need instant asset readability. But let's look at how that actually feels under the hood. The gunplay relies entirely on an instant hit scan model with 0 projectile travel time, which is exactly what a sub-60-second speedrunner demands. Weapons don't have traditional ammo pools, they have finite magazines. You do not reload. Realistically, reloading is kind of a waste of frames here. Instead, the core loop relies on yeeting your empties at enemies to grab their weapons and continue your wanton destruction spree. Rinse, repeat, inexplicably throw knives into red barrels to explode in 8 groups of dudes. Knives don't cause red barrels to explode. Whatever, go with it. And as the game says, the best weapon is the one you currently have. The physics engine handles player momentum with a blend of rigid cell acceleration and high-friction drag. Tree mounts and climbable walls give you an immediate burst of directional speed, and the calculation is predictable and binary. There's no floaty, physics-simulated jank here to ruin a perfect run. It forces a flow state where hesitating for even 3 frames results in a restart, and you're back at the beginning of the loop. Moving on to performance and settings. Now let's get into the technical justification for how this game actually feels to play. Now, with a Twitch-heavy speedrunner, if the engine drops frames or hitches, the game is completely unplayable. Now, on my 9800X3D, 5090, and 64 gigs of DDR5, the game easily pins itself to a locked reflex cap of 327 frames per second. The frame timing graph is a gloriously boring flat line. Traversal stutter is nowhere to be seen, and the game dumps its micro-arenas entirely into system memory during the near-instant loading screens, so you get 0 hitching when you're mid-jump. All in all, it's a remarkably clean release. And looking at settings, Strange Scaffold gets some credit here for actually giving a damn about PC standard features out of the gate. We have a native, fully functional FOV slider that goes all the way up to 120 degrees, and that is non-negotiable for a high-speed first-person game, unless you enjoy motion sickness. Motion blur and chromatic aberration can be toggled completely off. The key binding suite lets you remap everything, and ultra-wide aspect ratios work natively without any of the stretched UI garbage you see far too often. There's no intrusive performance-hogging third-party DRM suites in the background, either. De Novo haters, rejoice. So, who is this for? It's for the perfectionist and the speed addict. If you like the loop of failing a run in 12 seconds, mashing that restart key, and shaving off fractions of a second by optimizing your jump arc off a tree trunk, this is pure mechanical bliss. Now, on the other side of things, who should skip? If you're looking for deep narrative, immersive RPG mechanics, or tactical military realism, stay far, far away. This is a brutal, unapologetic arcade game. It knows what it is, it leans in, and it is not any of those things. Now, as for overall value and the Burrito Index, as I said, I Am Your Beast knows exactly what it wants to be. It delivers that flawless performance required to back up its gameplay goals, and it treats your time with respect. So looking at the Burrito index, which is where I contrast the price of a game against the enjoyment I'd get from an equivalent dollar amount of Al Pastor burritos, at $20, this is a solid 1.54 burritos. Now, given that you'll sink 10 to 15 hours chasing S ranks across the campaign and community challenge, the value here is incredibly high. It's lean, it's mean, it's highly optimized. Grab it, turn the music up, and go hunt some federal agents. Now, if you made it this far in the video, the robots at YouTube think you'll also like the video over there. At least, I think it's over there. We'll see. I've been Bald Squid. I'll see you next time.